Hi everyone, today I am teaching about Photo Science Chapter 7, which is Electricity and Magnetism. Now, let us begin our class. Electrostatic charges. What is electrostatic? Electrostatic is the study of electric charges that are not moving, which means static. Electric charges are produced through friction between two objects. There are several phenomena where materials attract one another after charged by friction. For example, the hair, which is positively charged, is attracted to the comb after it is combed with a plastic comb, which is negative charges. Second example is when you get out of your car, you will feel a mild electric shock when your hand touches the metal part of the door. Electric charges are produced when two different types of insulator are rubbed together. When two different objects are rubbed together, a transfer of electrons occurs. Electrons is negatively charged. One of the objects will receive electrons, while the other objects will lose electrons. Transfer of electrons from one object to another object. For example, the polyethylene strip gets extra electrons from the woolen cloth. The acetic strip loses its electrons. So, there are two types of electrical charges, which are positive and negative charges. Positive charge means the charge that contains proton, which means positive. A negative charge, which means the charge that contains electron, which means negative. So, when two objects are rubbed together, electrons that can move are transferred from one object to the other. For example, the polyethylene rope, acetate cellulose strip, and the balloon are objects that can easily be charged when rubbed with a piece of woolen cloth. The table below shows the types of objects and the types of charges produced when the objects are rubbed against each other, which means friction force is occur. Objects that are positively charged, woolen cloth. Objects that are negatively charged, balloon and polyethylene, such as polyethylene rods. Objects that are positively charged is balloon. Objects that are negatively charged is nylon. Objects with the same charges repel each other. Objects with different charges, such as positive and negative, attract each other. Attraction and repulsion of objects produce a type of force that is known as the electrostatic force. Attraction and repulsion force is known as electrostatic force. Next page. When there is the same charges, it will repel each other. Then the repulsion will occur. When there is the different charges joined together, they will attract each other. Attraction will be occur. When a balloon is rubbed with a woolen cloth, the balloon will receive electrons from the woolen cloth and is negatively charged, which means the woolen cloth is negatively charged. It transfers the negatively charged, which means the electrons to the balloon, and the balloon will receive electrons. Then the negatively charged is formed. When the balloon is rubbed to the hair strands, which is electron negative charge, the balloon becomes charged because the electron from the hair transfer to the balloon. The hair strands is positively charged now because it has lost electrons, because hair strands already transfer the electrons to the balloon, and the hair strands receive positively charges from the balloon. The existence of the forces of attraction among the positive charge on the hair strands and the negative charges on the balloon causes the hair to be attracted to the balloon. Next page. The picture below shows the attraction between hair and balloon. The hair, which is electrons, which means the negatively charges, transfer the electrons to the balloon, and the hair loses the electrons, while the balloon gains proton, which is positively charged to the hair, and the hair become positively charged, and the balloon become negatively charged. Now, we are going to discuss about electroscope. Electric charges can be detected by using an electroscope. The electroscope that is commonly used is the one with gold leaf. The electroscope is used to detect the presence of electric charges, which means positively and negatively charged, and also to measure the magnitude, which means the value of the charges. This is the function of electroscope. The electroscope with the gold leaf is made out of a flat metal plate, gold leaf, metal rod, and an insulator. This is the structure of the electroscope. There are flat metal plate, gold leaf, metal rod, and insulator. Flat metal plate is this one, and the gold leaf is this one. Metal rod is this one, and the insulator is this one. So this is the structure of electroscope. Next page. Electroscope. When the rod with the positively or negatively charges brought close to the copper plate of the electroscope, the gold leaf will rises. This because the charger rod induces the charge on the copper plate and the metal rod and also the gold leaf. The same charges, which means positive and positive charges, or negative or and negative charges will repel each other and cause the goalie to diverge, while the different charges, which means positive and negative charges, or negative and positive charges, will attract each other and the goalies does not diverge. The same charges will repel and causes the goalie to diverge, while the different charges will attract each other, so it does not affect any goalie to diverge. So the goalie does not diverge.